The next station is Kingston.
Hello and welcome to the Bicycle Bloke YouTube channel. I'm Wayne, your pedal-powered host. Today we're on a rail and ride adventure to see how a post-World War II sand mining operation has been transformed into an environmental delight. I've caught the train to Kingston Railway Station, again 50 cents from anywhere in South East Queensland. We're going to ride the Logan City's east-west bikeway along Scrubby Creek to the Berrinba Wetlands. So lash on the liniment, limber up your legs, let's go discovering. No visit to Kingston's complete without going and visiting the Kingston Butter Factory and Heritage Centre. They're open every Tuesday to Saturday from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. The history of this area is just incredible, so it certainly is well worth a good look. When you come out of the railway station, head south on the service road. You've got this little bit of a bike lane on the road, but then it turns onto the footpath and you've got great off-road riding from there on. This area was originally named Scrubby Creek, and it wasn't until the railway was pushed through in the late 1890s that it took on the name Kingston after the early Kingston family, one of the early settling families. The other important family in this area is the Mays family, and the Mays cottage sits up in its original state on Mays Avenue. It's a lovely museum to visit and just have a look at some of the history and the hardship that people endured back in the late 1890s. Before we take a roll to Berrinba Wetlands, we're just going to go and have a look in Gould Adams Park and have a look at Scrubby Creek where it widens out. This is Jetty on Scrubby Creek, and I'm told this is a really terrific place to fish for carp and tilapia, but I certainly wouldn't recommend eating any of them. Both of them are pest or invasive species, and once they're removed from the waterways, they must be humanely destroyed. Here we go under Kingston Road. Saves us playing traffic roulette. This is the historic Kingston Pioneer Cemetery. And photo here of Charles and Harriet Kingston looking very happy on the left, and the Mays family also looking fairly happy on the right hand side. Behind it is Kingston High School, and you can probably hear the music in the background. It's, without any disrespect, it's almost enough to wake the dead. Logan's east-west cycle route runs from Logan Lee Road to Middle Road at Greenbank and goes for about 20 kilometres. It's a terrific means to stay relatively safe off main roads, and you can see here that it runs along beside the Logan motorway. Cycling really puts you in the environment, and as you ride along, you get a really good opportunity to have a look. And one of the things that's saddened me so far on this ride is the amount of rubbish lying around. It just looks unkempt. Please, it's not hard to pick up your rubbish. Just for safety, once you get over 3rd Avenue, right on the footpath, very narrow shoulders. Demeio Road or Demeio Road is not very busy, but there are no shoulders, so just for caution, great idea. Welcome to Demeio Park, which is at the very end of Demeio Road off 2nd or 3rd Avenue at Marsden. This is on the very eastern side of Berrinba Wetlands, and this is a beautiful little park. It's got a fantastic kids playground. It's got barbecues here, although it looks like the barbecues have been well used over the weekend, so I wouldn't be using those until they're cleaned, or bring something to clean them, and plenty of space for kids to run around. This is just the beginning of the incredible Berrinba Wetlands, so let's go discovering, see what else we can find. This is the cycle path in Berrinba Wetlands. It's on the eastern side of Berrinba Wetlands at the end of Demeio Road. Demeio Road runs off either 2nd Avenue or 3rd Avenue. You can get to it from either one at Marsden. There's a terrific little bicycle route here for the kids. It's all set up for the kids, for learner cyclists. It's line marked, it's got bridges, it's got little dips up and down. It's even got a roundabout. So please let me know in the comments when you bring your kids here and how they go. I've had a go and I think I passed. Look forward to seeing more bicycle blokes and more bicycle blokettes riding in the parkway. Berrinba wetlands are made up of a number of artificial water bodies which have arisen from sand mining between the early 60s and the early 80s. They're fed by a number of drainage lines and as well as Scrubby Creek, which runs from the west to the east of Logan City and eventually flows into Slacks Creek. And although they're artificial water bodies, they now have significant ecological value. They provide a habitat for wildlife corridors and for wildlife movement, and they also help filter and clean the water before it reaches the sea. The main circuit around the wetlands is a number of small paths that come down to seats like this beside the billabongs, where you can come and sit, relax, listen to nature and just chill out for a while. It's exactly what I'm going to do. Other entrance into Berrinba Wetlands is off Wayngoss Drive, which runs off Browns Plains Road at Marsden or Browns Plains. And this is a great place to enter the wetlands because it's got a fantastic kids playground and lots of areas for them to run around. And it's a good launching point for all of the wetlands walks. I've done the right thing today. I've brought my sandwiches for lunch. There's a cafe up the road. I've just gone up, got myself a nice coffee. This is one of the picnic shelters off Wayngoss Drive. I'm going to grab a bite to eat, then continue on the ride. What a great lunch. I recall when this used to operate as a sand mining operation, and it was open, I think, on weekends for do-it-yourself guys, and they'd bring their trailers in, and the loader operators were either really, really generous or quite sadistic. And they would just say, how much do you want? And the guys would go, keep going, keep going, keep going. And it was very, very common to see trailers full of sand lined up along Browns Plains Road with either broken axles or broken springs. Council's done a fantastic job with conservation through here, with over 480,000 native trees planted since inception, and it's also been declared now as a koala habitat. Well, that's it for another week of the Bicycle Bloke adventures. Rail and ride, catch train to Kingston, take the Logan East-West Cycleway to Berrinba Wetlands, go for a look, just great. If you're going to bring the little ones, make sure you hit up the cycle park, that's terrific. And this is just a great example of what can happen when industrial areas become transformed and people put their mind to it. 480,000 native plants were planted here. It's just great. Listen to the bird life, can't get better. So if you bring the kids here or if you come here, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. And until next week, you know what I'm going to say? Get off your bum, get on your bike, because life is so much better on two wheels. See you next Saturday. Welcome to the Bicycle Bloke YouTube channel.
Eden's Landing Station.
I'm Wayne, I'm your pedal-powered host.
Logan Lee.
A former World War II sandpit to see how a post-World War II sandpit, world-renowned, heritage-listed, an amazing environmental, a post-World War II sandpit has been into a heritage, it's a heritage, and when you do ride bing, at the bottom of Demeio, D-E-M-I-E-O. Fantastic. There's little, the end of, all around off the main trail, wherever. Why do I have so much trouble? Demeio Park, just fantastic.